Hey guys, as I went to shoot this video, right when I went to press record, I heard, "You're looking like a whole snack." Okay, um, I don't know what the F is going on here, but, um, you guys are looking like a whole snack. So, dang, I don't even have any, oh no, my hair, I haven't brushed it, okay? Just get off my back. Not that you're really on my back, but I have these decks of cards sitting here. I grabbed them earlier. Um, I'm not quite sure why. And then, we still have the Psychic Tarot here. So I'm going to do this instead of doing what I need to do. Deflection. Deflection. Somebody says you're looking like a whole snack. So somebody finds you desirable, I reckon. Base chakra. Of course, harmony. Of course, partnerships and alliances. Yeah, because somebody's looking like a whole snack. Happy October 6, 2025, Monday. Monday. What a beautiful day. They call it the 10th month, but it's the 8th month. The waiting game. Always. And crown. And crown. And with intuition and crown, crown lighting up. Oh, I'm looking outside at the clouds. And it almost looks like it could be an angel in the clouds. So, or what we call angels, right? The waiting game. You're like, I've been waiting long enough. I've been waiting for a girl like... Okay, yeah. 227. Wasn't there a show called 227? And another 2. Tired of resting and rejuvenating. When are we going to get the show on the road? Oh, we already know it's a waiting game. But the reason why I really wanted to come on here today, and it wasn't for the whole snack thing. That's cute. But it has to do with us as individuals and what the fuck is going on in the world. Okay, we knew it had to fall. We know it has to. It's just the way it is. If you're wanting me to read that, I suppose I can. Let's put on these spectacles, shall we? Your career path is leading you in a higher direction, with positive changes to support your dreams, priorities, passions, and life purpose. Trust that these changes will help you release the old and welcome the new. You are being supported each step of the way. This is the Angels of Abundance deck. Look, pay yourself first. I got 2 of these cards in this deck. Make yourself your most important financial obligation by setting aside a portion of your income every time you are paid. This loving form of self-care ensures that you'll have savings to invest in your present and your future. What I was getting with that was also when I was doing this Dave Ramsey thing about setting aside, I think it was $1,000 emergency fund. It's amazing when you have money sitting in an emergency fund that anything that does arise, you're able to pay it through your rate. You don't have to dip into it. It's amazing how when you have that set aside, you don't have as many emergencies. Partnership. Allow helpful, supportive partnerships into your personal life and career, and both parties benefit as a result. You're receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. But the whole thing with, our thank you. I'm getting our mind, body, and soul. See the thankful, grateful, blessed. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. I love you. What do we need to work on? What we need to work on is ourselves. No one's going to do it for us. And then when our cup, so to speak, when our cup is full, when we have what we need, when it's overflowing, that's when it pours out into others. Let's not get into all that. What I'm wanting, our bodies are amazing. We can heal ourselves from anything that we have a label for. There's a label for everything. The label's on a box. Fuck that box. Fuck that label. Get out of it. If you want to sit around and focus on, oh man, this happened to me, that happened to me. Okay, but what about right now? That was before. Sirena has an issue with her back. The beauty part of it is Sirena is not where she was before. Granted, I can't go out and do physical work yet like I used to. Maybe I'm being, redirected. Maybe the whole part of my journey is to overcome my disabilities. The boxes, the labels, the bad back, and all the other things. The traumas and the blah and the blah, 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 and all of that. To really maybe focus inward and realize that, hey, you believe in these things that the body heals itself. Well, you have this, that, and the other thing, so heal thyself. Heal thyself, physician. It's an energetic thing. We can do different sounds that will vibrate within our own body with our intention, just the sound vibration in itself. That we can do when you're driving in your car, when you're sitting at work, you can hum to yourself. You can find a vibration, a sound that you make that resonates with you. Be your own human experiment. Successful funding. You'll have what you need. Always. Your idea is divinely guided and supported by the same infinite wisdom of God that gave you the idea. Do not allow money concerns to prevent you from turning it into reality. Crowdfunding, partnerships, and other investments are available to help you. Did you poo-poo that right away and go, no, I don't see how that's ever going to work. Nope, that's not going to work. How do you know? You haven't even tried. You poo-pooed it just by your immediate thought, which will show you everything about where you're at within yourself right now. Nope, I can't see that happening. I can't see that happening. I'll hold it up there so you guys can take a screenshot and you can read it yourself. Nobody does anything to us that we don't allow to happen to us. Take accountability and responsibility for yourself, and your whole world will open up. Things, you won't get so down on yourself. I know it. This is what they're telling me, and it almost doesn't want to make sense now, does it? How does that pay yourself first? Don't say you can't do something if you've never even given it a shot. And just because it plays one way in your head and it doesn't turn out the way you played it in your mind, well, that's good. That's great. Because things will always be different in our head. But now, when you go to put it to paper, to practice, to use, when you begin to build or make or do whatever it is, that thing you want to do, whatever you have built up in your head, it just shows you ways to tweak it, to make it perfect, to make it right. But you got to build it first. You got to put it, I'm hearing, spring into action. Organize for success. Yeah, the building, the putting it to paper, the then playing it out, you know. I think of things in my head all the time, of things I want to make and do. And when I start to do that, it, first of all, was a lot easier made in my mind than it was putting it to use. And it didn't turn out like that, but that's okay. This is how we learn and grow. And thank you. And they're also giving me, this is how you spark new neural pathways. We do things in a pattern and we do things a certain way, but you know, you take a shower, maybe you don't realize this, but you probably wash yourself the exact same way and dry yourself off. It's a pattern, it's a routine, it's a habit. But do it different. Take a different way to work, take a different way to the store, do something different. It helps break up that monotony and the patterns, and it sparks something new. It keeps they're giving me like your brain young. There's so many divinely guided ideas that you're receiving that you haven't acted upon yet, and you'll know exactly when to act upon those. Visualize abundance in all forms, yeah. And organize for success. Visualize and organize. Now we're going to dabble in here for a second. Sounds, what you speak over your life is freaking huge. You'll always get better. You'll always get better because that's what you're striving for. That's what you're working on. That's what you want. It'll happen if you want it bad enough. You know, I want to take this moment. I want to talk to Poppy. That's in spirit now. We did a great job with our children. Regardless of the habits and the things that we did, our extracurricular activities, regardless of what we did, we worked hard and we showed, even though we didn't feel love ourselves, but we did show our children love. Because we did what was right for our children. We put our feelings and our differences and all these things aside for our children. We might not have stayed together, but we were friends, but we were together, just not in the sense of a romantic relationship or a marriage, but we were divorced, but we were still friends. And we loved each other and we helped each other regardless if we agreed with anything, but we did it out of love. And I see that spilling over into our grown children. Thank you, Mike. We did a great job. You were a great dad. All right, I'll read these. Holy Amethyst, Divine Alchemy. Move beyond current challenges. Focus on what you desire. Yeah. Isn't that kind of what we're talking about? Isn't it? Life force. Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. I know things in the world seem scary and things seem like it, but you had to know it was coming. And I shared something on my Facebook. It was that Samuel guy again. Go to my Facebook, Sirena Robinson, and see what I shared there, because you can't share shorts and repost it back. At least I don't know how to in YouTube. But he's talking about things I've been talking about. Thinking for ourselves. And what he was talking about, I only watched a few seconds of it. But, you know, what he was saying about we're so used to being told what to do. Thinking for ourselves is, you've got to. You've got to. That it goes back to that whole, ask yourself the question. If you use your fucking mind, everything is so clear. White Eagle, ancestor spirit. Connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. Right. You're a grown-ass adult. Do something. How you're learning. You have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further progress. Everything is meant for our highest good. Taking accountability for everything in your life and not blaming other people is a huge step. And you'll know where people are at in their life and how they're progressing or whatever by what they speak and how they feel about their lives, you know? Somebody's always done something to us, but did we not put ourselves in that position to begin with? 1717. Hello? Make better choices, and you wouldn't be where you're at now. Or maybe you're exactly where you need to be. Either way, you're here now. It doesn't matter how you got here. All that matters is you're here. What are you going to do with it? That's major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. Yeah, I really need to get my shit together, get all this stuff put away so we could start implementing and doing what we're here for, our next phase. So it's not physical labor, which I love. Well, maybe it's helping and sharing my journey of how I'm going to get from flabby, skinny to healthy. Good posture, strength, being able to get up and down with just my legs alone and not having to use my arms, my hands, or anything else. Right? Healing my teeth, maybe even growing them back. Who knows? If I want it bad enough, I'll put forth the effort to do it, and I'll believe it, and I'll do what is necessary by what I put into my body to help build it. What you eat, you become. What you eat, you become. Food and spiritually. What you feed yourself. What you digest, what you swallow. I'm not talking just food, I'm talking all of it. What's coming out of your fucking mouth? What's going in your ears? What are you digesting? What are you believing? What are you swallowing right now? Death or life? Oh, there's a fucking nap thing in here. Followed me in. It's flying around. Dude, we got nothing to hide. You don't need to fucking monitor around. Bridget, inner strength. Move back to wholeness. Recognize that you have the power. Exactly. That's what we're fucking talking about. Awakening presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. Don't need to worry about that. You're already that. You're already... I'm hearing God's soldier. Master Jesus, when I said God's soldier. Welcome to the family. Carrying on the family tradition. You are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time. Master Jesus, came to wake us the fuck up. There's higher learning again. Okay? Wake up. Divine order. Lady Portia. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. Yes. Thank you. Everything we're talking about. Bam. They wanted to speak it right there. Fall in love with yourself. You don't like your body. It's not about just your body. It's about what's on the inside. When you begin to love your inside, you'll begin to love your outside regardless. I don't like the way my skin and fucking teeth. Missing teeth. Fucking horrible. I'm not digging it, bro. First thing that wanted to come out was trust. It's like you got Jesus with you, and then you got what? The source. It's all backing you. If you knew that God had your back, what would you do? Would you be fearless? Would you go after everything knowing that God has your back? But that same source is inside of you. So what's your excuse now? For important information. This came out sideways. Choose a new direction. Maybe that's, wait, choose a new direction. What do you mean? I thought I was on the right path. Right? I thought I was on the right path. Maybe it's changing the way you are doing something. It's the same end result, but maybe you're going about it a different way. Being clear on what you want. What does success look like to you? I'm hearing the light body. The light body. Choosing. Using light and colors and sound that vibrates with you, that gets you there, that gets you to where you want to be, listening to your higher self in times of need. In this time, this is what we need. Clear on what you want, clear on where you're going. There was a lag in when I put this card up there. I saw it. There was a lag. I don't care who's screaming that at you in the ethers in the background. We don't care, because look at how beautiful that card is. We're letting go of what other people want. We're following our own path. You're in recovery. Your body's changing. Light codes. What if you think about this? What if you're being watched the whole entire time? Yeah, by higher realms, by other things. Are you worthy? Are you going to be the one chosen, picked to go to New Earth, to build a new humanity, to get rid of, this dark matrix has to go away, and it's going to fall. Are you falling with it, or are you chosen to go? He's going the distance. We're all alone in a time of need. Cake going the distance could be I think it's Cake, right? Might be a song you want to look up. Building your foundation on the rock that God built. You are that rock. You are the foundation that God built. Namaste. I love you guys. Peace. Hey, have a blessed day. I gotta get cracker lacking on something. I think. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe comb my hair would be a start. I like my hair. Gypsy soul, baby. I love you. Peace.